Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. Today I have one of the most exciting tutorials that I've done, honestly. I'm going to show you how to add a Divi button module or text module or call to action module over top of an image module. And that may sound like an odd thing to do at first. This is one of the most requested possible things that I've ever done. And I have another tutorial where I kind of solved this using a pseudo class where I put the content of the text and then styled it as a button or whatever, centered over the image, and it works. But but then you lose your control of like your button and text and all that. So this way, it's literally just moving the button or the text module or the call to action module up over the image. And I'll even show you that you can reveal it on hover if you want to. Let's get started. This is a really popular request. So many people have asked here. So let's get started. You want to make sure that you are on the blog post here. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely want to come over here. So yeah, here I talk about the past solution. It really just wasn't good. But this one, here, let me explain that. You you might think that you could just add a call to action because a call to action has text or a button and both. But remember, when you're putting the image there, there's no image spot except for the background. Well, putting it on the background is not a good idea. It's not good for SEO. It's just a decorative image. Plus, it crops and everything. So that solution's out. Using a call to action module by itself is just not going to work. The other option would be, I guess, use a column, put the image in the column, but then again, the exact same issue. It's not contributing anything to SEO, which an image should, and it's going to get cropped depending on all kind of different screen sizes and stuff. So this way is great. It uses an actual image module. So the process is going to be the same. I'm going to show you the button, the text, and the call to action. It's the exact same thing. Um, Either way, you're going to put your CSS at the same spot, do the exact same edits. So it's going to be broken up into like 3 sections here. So for you, you'll just want to choose the one that you're using. I'll start here with the button. You'll add your image and button exactly like this screenshot shows. I mean, really just add your image and button to a column. The next step would be just to design your button and image however you want it to be designed. It doesn't matter. You might want to use some custom styles for your button and stuff and put in your link and all that. But anyway, design it. But then the next important thing would be to add a CSS class to the column. We're not adding it to the image or button module. We're adding it to the column. So here in my example, PA button over image is going to be my class. Add it in here, and I'll walk through this here. So right here, I've added an image and I've added a button. So I would want to go to the row and go in here to the first column, then the advanced tab, CSS ID and classes, all right, and then put it right there. So PA button over image, and that's going to affect this. It's going to move this button to the center right here. All right, so that one's that. And you could follow along. I don't know if we want to skip around or just do one at a time here, but anyway, the next step is adding the CSS. So right here, you can see it. It's 4 different snippets here, and you don't even need to use them all. I'll explain that. So if I copy that, now they're on my clipboard, and I could go here. You would want to put it in your child theme or theme options. I'm going to show you right here on the page live. Now, inside the builder, in fact, let me do this a different way. Since I'm showing you, I get to do things a little differently. I'm going to exit the builder. I'm going to use my trusty CSS user CSS Chrome extension and paste it there. There you go, done. The first snippet is just taking that button and saying, hey, be positioned here. And then the second snippet, so there's really 2, okay? In a sense, there's really only 2. We'll talk about the last 2 later, but this first one is doing the work. It's putting the button over the middle of the image. The second one is just adding this overlay. See how it added like an overlay? In fact, if I get rid of it, you'll notice. See that? That's because, well, you don't have to have it. You could delete it, but like, I don't know. A lot of times you want that to like make the image a little darker so that it highlights the button, especially with the text. The second one here sorry, the third and fourth snippets here are just about doing the hover effect. And I'll just show you that. There's little comments right here. It says remove comment if you want the hover effect, right? Same thing here. Make this one 0. All you do is make that one 0. See, now it's not showing because we've made it opacity of 0. And again, just remove the comments here, right? See that? Now we're saying when we hover over the column, could do the image, but the column, then the button is becoming opacity of 1. See, the button will show, right? And then the last one here I'll remove is it's adding that overlay when we hover. See that? So they're working together. But again, these last two are totally optional. You might want it to show all the time, but this is how you would show it like that. In fact, I'm going to go through and add some images to make this look better. Here we go. See that? It looks great, doesn't it? Now we'll get to these other two. So this one is for the button module over the image. The next one is for a text module over an image. So really exactly the same, except in our class, it's PA text over image instead of PA button over image. So I'll go in here and add the class. All right, so I want to put this text over there. So I'm going to go in here, go to that second column, go to the advanced tab. Same thing here, PA text over image. Now that's great, we've added that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do this next step while I'm going to jump ahead and kind of cheat here on us. Just so I can kind of move this along a little. I'll go ahead and do that a while. Okay, so now we're covered. Now you're going to need to make some changes for this one, for these last two. See how this text is black? Well, we're probably like not going to want the text to be black unless we have the overlay be white. You would probably want this text to be white. So you probably want to go in here and change like, you know, right here, text color to light. Well, there you can't see it. Well, that's okay. You will later. You'll probably want to change some spacing. I would recommend like, I don't know, 30, 40 pixels of padding on each side. And I'd probably want to center the text, okay? So with that in mind, let's exit the builder here and go back here, and I'll grab the CSS for the text over the image. Okay, here I have two examples, one with and one without an image. So I'm going to go in here, paste that. You can see I have way too much text. Oh, I got to fix that one. But here, you can see way too much text. So that's another point. Your image, unless I wanted to use a lot taller image or make my text smaller or put the image in a 2-column or single column, you know what I'm saying here. There's physics. There's still physics. So let's go ahead and fix that. So I'm opening that back up, and I'm just going to get rid of like that much. All right, and I'm going to do that for this as well. While I'm in here, get rid of that. It's going to look great when that's over. Oh, and another thing with this, the call to action adds that background color. I don't know why. So you can just turn that off, right? You don't really want that. And in here, there's a couple of things. You might want that light, centered, and again, optional. Same thing here. I'm gonna add 40 pixels. So that's to the left and right there. We'll see how that looks. You know, I could adjust. Oh, and if you want to add a button, forgot this. You always have to make sure there's a link. If there's not a link, there's not going to be a button. So I'm going to fake it, add a hashtag, and it's actually here. You just can't see it. All right. Lots of things to remember there with that, but hopefully that makes sense. You make a couple edits to the module so that it's applicable here. There you can see that I've done it for there and here. So we've done the text one. What did I do wrong here? I probably didn't, yeah, I didn't add the code yet, but you can see how nice that looks. And I could do the same hover effect trick here, right? So the exact same thing. It's saying, okay, opacity, remove that to make the hover effect. It's saying, you know, make this a 0, right? Same thing here. Make this 1. The text will reveal. See? And then the last one is the overlay. All of this is optional. Now I messed that up. Okay, but it looks great, doesn't it? Another thing to keep in mind is this first value is 45%. Sometimes if you have a lot of text, how would that be? Like let's say I change this to like 20. See how it positions it top? For some reason, sometimes when you say 50, it doesn't look quite centered. Um, so I was saying 45. But you can adjust that if you need to. All right, so there we go. We'll do the last one here quick. I've added it. You can see I'm really running out of space here. It's not a whole lot of extra, but look how nice that looks there. Um, wow, it looks great. Dude, I can do the hover reveal here too. All right, I just did that. Check it out. That's our final result. So I hope this was helpful. Um, this probably will be one of my most popular tutorials, believe it or not, because my other one was, and the other one wasn't the best. Boy, I could just sit here and do this for a while. I just love it. How easy that is. Yeah, and you'd probably say, well, why doesn't Divi just put it in? Well, that's not for me to say. I'm here to provide a solution. Um, there you go. And you don't optional if you want them on hover or not. So you can style the button, go into those settings, do whatever you want there. Style the text, put a border on the image, use vertical images. Yeah, whatever you want. So there you go. All right, so I hope you guys think that these tutorials are valuable. I do them every single week. So if this kind of thing sounds like something you like, just subscribe. I'm not going to spam you. You're going to get stuff related to Divi, I guarantee you. Unless for some crazy reason way in the future, I don't know. But this is what I do here at PA Creative. I do Divi, become a Divi specialist, you might say. Tutorials every single week. So that's what you get on the blog. And here, most of the time, I'm giving away snippets like this, solving problems. I don't know. Sometimes I announce like my new products and things like that. I have plugins, child themes, courses, whatever. That's something you can check out if you're interested. If you want to support my work, obviously this is free. So if you want to support any of my work, check out my products, of course. And yeah, we'll see you all in our next video.